Hello people, can you hear me? Welcome to the channel. I'm going to struggle tonight. Big ups, good day, classy people. What it is it was raining earlier on, so I've had to come down to I went shopping. I've been stuck because of the rain, so I thought I'll come down and do it in sideways. But there's a live band on, but I've been assured they're going to stop for like an half-hour break soon, so hopefully the noise won't be a problem. So what have we got here? Jack Star's here. Ken McCulkin's here. Good day, Jack. Good day, Ken. But I don't have any. I don't have anyone saying anything. So give us a bit of John Travolta side. I tell you what, he might come after a couple of beers. But can you chaps hear me all right? Hiya, Jack Star. How you doing, mate? Because I can move further back into the car park if no one can hear me. Cheers, fellas. I'll just get you a pan round, you can see how busy it is in here.
I get low, I get high.
I am the only customer and I'm in the car park. Well, I might not have to raise my voice. You chaps will have to tell me if I do or not. Can you hear me all right now? Because the sound is coming in, I'm shouting because I assume you can't hear me. But maybe the microphone you can. Hi Glenn, how you doing, mate? Only about half a day of missing it already. Back in Oz are you now, brother? Yeah, I know that feeling. Well, not being in Oz, I've never been to Oz. But I know what you mean, the being home feeling. Well, I say, I was stuck here because of the rain. I will make the most of it. I might have something to eat in a minute. Helen's in town getting her hair done, or nails done or something with the girls, so I'm glad everything's good, Glenn. So where are you, Jack Star? Are you still in Blighty, or have you jumped on the plane to India yet? It must be so sold. I don't know why I'm getting closer. The microphone's over here. I can move back a bit. It must be soul destroying having a business here when you've got live entertainment on and not a single customer. Glad you went yesterday. I think you said all needed to be said all that needed to be said on your comments. Yeah, I tell you what, to be honest with you, that's why I mentioned it in the vlog before when I was talking about my health issues. Because I thought if I say it on here, I'll have to go then, because people will say, why haven't you gone? So that's kind of why I mentioned it before, you know, on the video when I was talking about Thailand. And it worked. Then I realised I've got to go, because people are going to say, why the hell aren't you going? Neil Michaels, saw your video at the hospital. Very glad to hear your PSA test was all good. Yeah, it was all good, but I don't think I'm out of the woods yet. I'm not worried about it now. You know, I was worried about the PSA thing, but I think I'm still going to need something done. But the thing is, I've got an abdominal pain. I'm in pain all the time. A lot of people got confused, like, you know, when you're peeing and you're burning. I've never had any of that. I've just got a pain all the time, which is one of the symptoms of an enlarged prostate. And a few guys, it's been amazing how many guys have messaged me who've had prostate cancer. Talking about 25, 30 of our subscribers. I knew it was common, but not that common. And a few of them, it wasn't picked up on the PSA. They had to have an MRI and had that, so I will have further tests done. But the point is, even if I had it now, if it's not a certain level in your PSA, it means it's not spreading around the body. So all is good. But I really appreciate the concern, chaps. It's been very touching reading those messages. Not be a few weeks now before we get. Oh really, mate? Why's that then? Well, I won't ask you why, because it's prying into your old business things and that, isn't it? But
thank you for the support.
see you later, mate. I thought it was a groupie. He can't go. Anyway, there was one other customer and he's just left. Yeah, no, I tell you what, Jack, it really does feel like they got my back. I found that very, I was very moved, mate, to be honest with you, about the messages. And quite a few people emailed me and sent me messages on Facebook talking about their, you know, their what happened to them. And it's very encouraging. So many people get through it. But I don't actually think I've got it now that the PSA's done. I think I've got an enlarged prostate, but it's caused me a hell of a lot of problems. The most common cancer in the UK now. Is that right? I know 1 in 8. Someone said the other day 1 in 8 men get it. But judging from the comments, it seems like it's higher than that. Just a few tweaks on the machine going to delay my travels. Yeah, you were saying there's like a design machine or something you've got to do the works on. I'm intrigued as to what your business is, Jack. I'm looking forward to meeting you. But does that mean you've got to stay in the UK, or can you go back to Thailand, or are you? Because I know your original plan was to, well, originally you were going to America, coming back and whizzing straight over there, but can't be a bad thing to be stuck in Blighty for a week, can it? Seeing your daughters and having a nice brew. Tell you one thing that surprised me, I'm sorry if you've told me this before, but I've got an awful memory. I had it in that mind that your kids were like really young, but when you were saying the other day that your daughter was drinking alcohol pops, I thought, well, they must be, at least one of them must be 21 plus. So I do apologise for this noise, chaps. It never occurred to me to have a live band. This is literally darts night, and if I hadn't stopped off here and I got back, I'd have got soaking wet. And when it rains, it really rains here. But I was planning to do it from the house. But it never occurred to me to have a live band tonight. Yeah, just sorting my eldest daughter out there, 19 to 22. Okay, they're both 19 to 22. I thought you meant they're like, she's in between 19 and 22. Oh, they're old then, mate. You must have had them quite young then. Mind you didn't, you same age as me, aren't you? I think of us as being young, and that's the trouble. When you hear kids are grown up, you think, wow, how can that be? And then you realise, well, wait a minute, I'm 53, so I could easily have a kid who is 36 and still be legal. It blows your mind, doesn't it? I do think they're going to stop in a minute. I was promised when they came in that they get their food as part of the thing, so they were going to take a break. I hope they cook their food up soon. No Glenn and no... I was about to say no Glenn and no Jim, but Jim's got friends over and it's 12 o'clock in the UK. Hi Glenn, thanks very much for that Facebook message, mate. I have messaged you back. I won't talk about it now, obviously, because it's a personal thing for you, but... Glenn, yeah, you're right, Glenn. You're as old as a woman you feel. That's an expression I've always clung to. No, cheers, Glenn. I really appreciate that message. There were a few people in there. Yeah, it was very helpful, some of the messages I got. Made me realise what a pansy I'd been, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm one of these people. When I get my teeth into something, I won't let go. When something, you know, like, comes up in front of me, I'm a bit of a fighter, if you know what I mean. But I try to avoid it. I'll bury my head in the sand. And then when something happens, I'm like, I'm not having that, I'm not having, you know what I mean? It's hard to explain. But now I'm on top of it, you know, I'll see it through, but yeah, just getting my head round going is a strange one. I'm searching for my lost secret soul. Glenn, not a pansy. No, I'm more a tulip, you're about to say. Some people say, mate, I don't, Glenn, mate, I'm sorry, Jackstar, mate, I don't feel any older than when I was 25. I ended up doing an 18K. Wow.
I don't know the
You see, I'm very impressed by that, mate. You've done well. But I find a bit things like that a bit depressing in the sense that, hear me out on it. It's very impressive what you've done. I take my hat off to you. But my stepdad said to me many moons ago, it's not really my stepdad, he's my wife's husband now. I said to him, because I feel the same as you, I still feel young. I'm looking forward for the time when I feel old and I don't want to go out and do stuff because I still feel 18. And I thought there would become a time in your life when you just accept you're old and pull up the pipe in slippers. And he said, that will never happen. I'm nearly 70 and I still feel like I'm 18. I thought, oh no. So when you're saying that, Jack, you know, you're still doing the runs and that, does that mean when I'm in my 70s, I'm still going to want to go and boogie and jump on the dance floors and things? I hope not, I hope not. But fair play to you, mate, fair play to you. I'm a very lazy man. Glenn, it's not a pleasant thing. What's not a pleasant thing? We're talking about the illness or calling someone a pansy. No, no, but it's, you know, the reality is, when I did the research, I mean, it's 2 in 3 people in the UK now will get cancer, but only 1 in 3 will die of it. So it's bad that we're all likely to get it, but it's good. I look at the positives. 2 in 3 will beat it. You know what I mean? So it's yeah, no, it's worrying, but you know, it's you've got to get it early, haven't you? One of the nice things about these live streams, because I've never done them before, and I've never watched any others. I've always watched live streams, but I've watched them afterwards. You know, I used to watch Steady Eddie sometimes and a couple of others. It's nice that people get to know each other. I didn't realise, like, Glenn and Jack were getting talking, and, you know, it's nice. Meanwhile, when you start feeling old, it's a killer. I get what you mean. Listen, chaps, if this music's too loud, I can move back right into the car park. I don't want to... I just don't know what you guys can hear. Help me with a decision. I'm going to eat tonight. How you doing, you? How you doing, Lachlan? No, come and say hello. You might recognise Lachlan's just arrived. I interviewed him a while back. He's a Scottish guy. Yeah, I'm on a live, mate.
I'm enjoying the lane.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do for my old food tonight. I am going to eat here. I'm torn between the old... I am going to order, though. He's just taking the fucking menu. I am going to order. I just don't know what to have. The options are, that I'm thinking about, the American breakfast, the English breakfast. I like those because I get a coffee, but I'm being drawn towards the chili dog. Not had that before, and it comes with chips. So I don't know. Tell me what your thoughts are. Well, the music is tolerable. I think the music might just stop, Glenn. But there we go. Tolerable doesn't sound very good, does it? It's only, in other words, it's pretty bad. Yeah, but it's all right to say full English, Glenn, but it's not really full English. It's a Hungarian sausage. It's okay, it's all right. If it was a full English, like, you know, a proper Lincolnshire sausage or a Cumberland sausage, my God, mate, I'd be there, you'd be right. No, I'll get a... You won't. Some very good scenes in that film, Liberal Arts, with Joseph Radar, Richard Jenkins, Elizabeth Olsen, about feeling very different inside your actual age gap. I have not seen that film. I'll have to watch that. Jack Star, mate, I just want to say well to everyone. I had a 24-year age gap relationship in the UK, so it doesn't happen here. Let's say that again. Mate, I just want to say well to everyone. I had a 24-year age gap relationship in the UK, so it doesn't happen here. Yeah, no, well, I tell you what, I've always had age gap relationships, and I'll say something now. People are like me. One of the reasons my last marriage, when we agreed to split up, I had an affair towards the end, and she was 19, which made me feel bad. I was 40. I was 40. But thank you very much. But I've always, yeah, I don't know why. I'm attracted to. Cheers, brother. Thank you very much. But Jack, you're a film star, LOL. Oh, Jack, mate, thanks. Listen, brother, don't say any more. Honestly, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. But don't, you know what I mean? I feel like, you know, I don't know. I feel like I'm begging for. Anyway, thank you, mate. That you are a very generous man, and I don't know what to say, mate. I will. We will have a good time when you come over here. But much appreciated, brother. Really appreciated. You don't know. It's You don't know how much I appreciate it because it's like it's nice. It's nice. Someone with Chinese writing. You were being attacked last night by a sick grandpa in his life. Oh, I couldn't give two shits about a sick grandpa in his life. You know what I mean. He can. I think a lot of it's jealousy, but he can do what he wants. I don't even waste. I shouldn't have even mentioned his name now. He had a go at me a while back. And I mentioned him and I had to go back on my thing and just basically said, you know, guy's a joke, guy's a loser. You know, he pretends he's this and that. He stands outside these restaurants, pretends he eats in them. Has he got two pennies together, wears like $5 Kmart shirts, badly dyed hair, pretending to be a millionaire and everyone's a bum and everyone's broke. You know, and that was it. And I didn't give any thought after that. And then he came in the live stream one night and he started trying to talk and be friendly. I was like, because I don't like you, mate, you know what I mean? Guys, no relevance. It's anyway. Now I know he's talking about a live stream. I will not watch it. I do not care. Dinner on me, Jack. Hey, thank you very much. Then it'll be on you another night. I don't have to pay you. But I appreciate that, mate. Then it'll be on you, brother, when you come over here. Tell you what, difficult one. What you guys got planned this week? I'm going to a barbecue tomorrow on the beach. I think the music has stopped now. Nice. I'll stop shouting. I'm going to a barbecue up on the beach tomorrow up in Darwin. Some friends have invited us, and it's bring your own meat. And I think it's bring your own, but I don't know. I just thought it was a barbecue. We're going to a restaurant, but then someone messaged they're bringing the charcoal, and now I'm at all. I don't know what to do. That's one of the reasons I came into town, to get some sausages and some like chicken and that for the barbecue. And then driving back, it started raining, that's why I ended up here. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be like, you know, you cook your own food on the beach. I'll do a vlog anyway, but it might be fun. But I don't know, have I bought enough? Did I get the right things? Should I have bought steaks? Should I have bought jumbo shrimps? I got these nice chorizo sausages. I got a kilogram of them, and I got a kilo of chicken drumsticks. I don't know what to bring. Jackstar, you old git. Who's me? I'm the old Jerry, hey mate, had to pause, bud, girlfriend, LOL. I'm going to take a trip to the US to see if I can start the ball rolling selling my house. Are you infinite? You're committed bit. Why sell it, mate? Just out of interest. Can't you get rental income out of it? I mean, personal question, you don't have to answer. Glenn, I think it's Korean, not Chinese. Well, you could be right. You're a more travelled man than me. Can't really see these glasses. I struggle to read the thing. All I know is it was not the traditional European alphabet. There might be. He has a mental problem, I think. Are we talking about the guy I mentioned? Oh no, mate. He's insecure. It's insecurity. It's an inferiority. You know, that's why I don't bother with the trolls and all that stuff. They're just desperate for attention of any kind. And the guy's got I don't know how many viewers he's got or whatever, but he just slags off other YouTubers, so he gets their views from that. It's like, I mean, I'm small beans. I was amazed when he did a video called, said, speaking of Asia is the biggest bum in Doomageti. I think he got like 2,500 views. I was amazed by that. Because usually he goes after like Old Dog and Mark Thornton, but that's it. You know, all he can do is bullshit about his lifestyle and slag off other YouTubers. You know, whatever makes you tick. But as I say, I didn't know who he was until someone showed me his video, and he's jumping around this, just looking like a fool. The guy's a bum, he's broke, he's this and it. And it was all classic projection. You know, he's clearly broke. I wouldn't call him a bum. I don't think you judge people by their money. That's irrelevant. This idea that, you know, you're a bum if you, I don't know. Some of the people I know who are on low incomes and that are the most interesting people who have devoted their lives instead of chasing the buck, you know. So, I'm just saying, the guy, everything he says is projection. You know, and you can see that. So, it doesn't bother me. 14 good Freudian slip. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, but yeah. It wasn't a Freudian slip, but it's a funny comment. Jason Vlogs, just an attention seeker. Yeah. He is an attention seeker. You know, and I just thought it was funny that he tried to be friendly when he came on that, because I remember Jack saying he liked his things, and I'm thinking, I'm having you know, it's like, you know, because he wasn't being nasty, he was trying to be friendly, and I'm thinking, why do you think I'm going to like you after what you said about me? Because what annoys me about this holier than now, basically said I'm a broke bum and I can't do this, and I'd gone to Cebu and I couldn't afford a coffee in a mall, and I'd only been to a mall twice in the last year because I can't afford it. And all I had said is, I'm not a mole guy, I can live without moles, I have no interest in it. Never said anything about affording, but I don't care about that. He can think what he likes about me, my finances or whatever. But he gave it this, and he feels sorry for Ellen because I'm stringing her along because she's just with me in the hope I'll marry her, and I never will, and I can't afford to give her the life we want. And I'm thinking, mate, what are you talking about? Don't be all holier than thou. That's what annoys me about some of these comments. I say, oh, you should marry her, and you just, these people are, you know, they're making moral judgments and they're trolls. we're similar. Anyway, there you go. Enjoy your chat, Simon and gents. Someone got to work tomorrow, lol. Good luck, mate. Yeah, nice talking to you again, Glenn. Really appreciate you did that interview. Don't work too hard. Jason Vlogs. I'm a newbie, mate. I'm Jason, a British guy, but living in Angeles City, Philippines. Well, welcome to the channel, Jason. Always nice to have someone else come in. I have never been to Angeles, so I've heard it's like a patio light, but I don't know. I've never been. Very still. Rain all day here in Cebu too. Yeah, when it rains here, it can really rain, can't it? I mean, it can rain heavily. It's a pain. But it hasn't rained. It rained really heavily. Like the other day, it rained for 13 hours, all through the night. That's never happened before. Usually, it rains really heavily for like, when it rains, for like an hour, and it stops. But today, it rained heavily, then it stopped, and I thought, right, I don't want to be running around at like 8 o'clock in the morning getting meat for this barbecue, so I go into town. Whizzed in, thought I'll bring the meat back, and it started raining again. And usually when it drips, the heavens open. But I haven't tonight. I could actually have made it back, but I'm here now. I'm committed. Jackstar, I've got 3 meetings across UK, so it should be interesting. So you're presumably you're meeting them as the client. You're not meeting them as the customer. Sorry, you're the customer rather. What am I talking about? Not the client. Anyway, these are not what you're selling. These are like design meetings, are they, mate? However, I had a blinding meeting on Friday. It could be worth a fantastic lump. Well, I'm very happy to hear that, mate. I will say you deserve your success, and the reason I will say that is not because you're very generous with live chats and that, but you're still doing it, mate. You're still running around. I am sure, from what I know about you, you could knock it on the head tomorrow and live a very comfortable life in any country in the world. But you haven't. You keep going, and I take your hat off to that, because I don't. I gave up. But the reason I gave up was, well, I didn't give up. I just opted out of the race was because I haven't got any kids, so what was the point, you know? But you, I'm sure how a lot of your motivation, which is why I take my hat off to you, I bet it's for your kids, I bet it's for your daughters, and that's why you keep doing it. If I had kids, I'd probably still be working now. And now you're going to believe us, we're going to win the league. I don't know what league you're talking about, mate. Is this a Liverpool thing? I don't know what league you're talking about. That's Joey 2025. Jackstar, it's glorious in Blighty today. Well, not often you can say that. What time of year is it now? You know, I lose track of the time because we don't have seasons here. I'm thinking, isn't it not winter in England? But of course it's May, isn't it? So summer months. Glad to hear it. Nothing beats a summer day in the UK, in my humble opinion. Nice day, luscious green grass and that. Summer's day in England. You should go and watch the cricket down at Chelmsford. Just to love it on a summer's day. Yeah, beats it. But trouble is, we don't get many summer days, do we? Glenn, maybe you're famous now. Yeah, maybe I am. That's it. Grandpa's going to push me to the top of the heap. So the trouble is, I'm half intrigued as to, but I might not go watch it because I forget the man exists. How still is complicated. Son living there for half the going rate won't buy, so hard choices. That must be a difficult conversation to have. You have my sympathies. I remember you mentioned that before. So basically, you're going to have to give him a kick up the arse to, I hear you, brother. When Ellen gets back, you can ask her if she realises how lucky she is to be with the biggest bum in Doomageti. I did say that to her at the time, like, so I say, look, I understand. If you want to run off to Angeli's and get with the old grandma, then I'll understand, because he's obviously a man of means, a man who's got everything going for him. The guy is funny. I might do that. I might go to some of them that aren't that many really expensive restaurants, but I'll go in Manila and I'll stand outside restaurants and I'll jump around and go, yeah, these guys are bums, these guys are... until the security moves me on because I can't go inside. Hi, Jim. Simon, bloody cold here today. Really? Well, now this is interesting because Jackstar was just saying a glorious day in Blighty today. Now I know you're in Richmond, Jim. Jackstar must be in a different part of the country. Because yeah, where are you, Jack? Because I know Jim's in London, Richmond. He's complaining about the weather, so you must have been in a different part. Jackstar at Jason Vlogs. So how is it, buddy? How long you been there? All right, you two are talking about Angeli's. Well, Jackstar just asked a question. Carl Esteban, no one will trust your name more than someone who's afraid you'll tell you. Well, yeah, hey, that's a very. I will remember that expression. That's a very good one. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, there's a lot of that goes in there. Don't understand. A lot of these people are fantasists. You know, they just want to tell the world they've got this fantastic life and look at me and look at me and look at me. And in my experience, truly successful people don't do that. They're not interested. You know, the people who aspire to that or pretend that life are the ones that, and the content people won't get. You know what I mean? That's why I find these things so funny. It's like, you know, a lot of people say I'm living the dream. I'm not. I'll be honest with you now. I'm not. I have a good life. I'm happy here, but trust me, if you went around Doomageti is not paradise. And sitting in a bar, I mean, I'm enjoying. So if I was living the dream, I wouldn't have time to talk to you guys on the chat, would I? You know what I mean? It's like I have a good life. I'm happy with it. But yeah, anyone who's dancing around is paradise and it's this, and I eat in this restaurant and I do that, and you know they're full of shit. Jim Jackstar, 12 degrees of heating on. Wow. You should, Jack, when you come here, you should go to Angeli's City. A few people have said in the comments, I mean, you should go for what it's famous for. But a few other people have said there's more to it than that, if you know what I mean. But you might not want more to it than that if you're going there for a holiday. But I just know a couple of Aussie guys when I was living in Pattaya. They worked for, well, a couple of them were smugglers. It's a long time ago, can I say it was? Yeah, one of them worked for Qantas. I will say no more. But he would go to Angeli's for 2 weeks, then he'd come to Pattaya for a month, then he'd go back to Angeli's for a couple of weeks. It was always his thing, and he always say to me, come to Angeli's, but I never went. Jackstar, Jason Vlogs, all good, mate. I love it in Angeli's. Jim, yes, Jackstar, great pageantry yesterday. Oh, pageantry, of course, yeah, because it was, yeah, I saw it was VE Day, wasn't it? You used track and I saw the old Red Arrows were doing their thing. That's not very good that I've forgotten things like that, is it? I have to whack it in the quiz night on Thursday. Jim, nice here in the Northwest. Jason Vlogs, actually saw Jack about 5 months ago on Walking Street, now called Red Street. Never chatted him, saw him in a bar. Is it called Red Street now? I did not know that. Why have they changed the name to Red Street? Someone mentioned in the comments when he was living a 5-star lifestyle. Someone said that, I think it was Andrew, said, well, why are you staying in a 2-star hotel in Thailand then? And it's like, you know, I don't know, look, I don't make the money thing, but the guy, I've seen it when where he lives, we did this video when he was slagging me off, and someone said, you've got to watch it, and he's living in bed sitting, Angelique's. He wants the whole world to believe he's a millionaire, and we all broke bums, I don't know, anyway. Shameless Doherty, poor Ed Sweeney doesn't look too good. Well, no, well, he's died, isn't he? I mean, it's very, very sad. Yeah, I've not seen, I know people have said he's not making much content anymore. Well, I'm not surprised, because they gave him a year to live, didn't they? And that was a long time ago. So, yeah, I'm very impressed by the way he took that. So I don't know the guy. Used to watch his channel. And I enjoyed some of the content. I didn't watch it religiously. But it's weird when you watch someone's channel and then they have something that you feel like you know them to a certain extent. So I was quite upset when he broke that news. I thought, poor guy, like. But he dealt with it very well. He's very brave. I often wondered if I got terrible news when I went to the thingy, would I be vlogging about it? If I'd have gone to the, you know what I mean, would I have made that video if it had been bad news? Would I have been able to man up and do it? I think I would, but I think I'd be tearful, like on your old live chats and that, you know what I mean? If people are being nice, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just saying, yeah, it's very sad what's happened to him. He has taken it like a man. Jason Vlogs, we were talking girl bars, nightlife. Yeah, I think you are, mate. I think you are. I'd be surprised if you didn't. Jackstar, fantastic bars and nightlife. Mega dance, decent. Well, Jackstar, when you come here, you will have to twist my arm and I can convince Ellen that it's good content, and I'll pop log to Ansley to you, mate. I think we're at the age, I think we're at the relationship stage now where she wouldn't be. Nah, she would be phoning all the time. I just switch phone off. Jim, glad you're enjoying the good weather, Glenn. Jerry Stanley, it's been 15 months since I been home, so it will be nice to visit friends and family. Mike Thompson, a Korean guy just got killed at an ATM in Angeles. Yeah, listen. It's sad. I try to avoid talking about. I don't try to avoid. It's just like, you know, my channel is about talking about me and my experience in Asia, because I'm self-centered, arrogant, but self-absorbed. But a few people said when I was complaining about YouTube, you should cover the current things, and you know, I thought about talking about that because I did one about Vitaly, and that's gone through the roof on the views, but I don't really chase the views in that sense, you know. I feel a bit bad making money out of talking about someone who's been shot at an ATM. That's why I've not done it. I'm not making money, you know what I mean, because you don't really make money out of the channel, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I think you get what I mean. But I do always amaze me how so many people are interested, because it's like, you know, people get killed everywhere. It's sad, but you know, someone gets shot in the Philippines, like an expat, everyone will go, whoa, 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 whoa. But, you know, people get shot in small towns in the UK of a population of 100,000. I'm sure there's over a couple of million expats, I think 3 million plus expats in the Philippines. So a couple of people getting shot in a year does not make it a dangerous place to live, if you know what I mean. It's a dangerous place to drive, dangerous place to have operations, but I wouldn't worry about getting shot over it. Jason Vlogs, God knows, mate, they changed it to Red Street a few months ago. Well, there you go, I got no idea, I did not know that. There you go. But it is still a walking street, or can you drive up there now? I suppose Red Street is more fitting. It is a red light district. Jason Vlogs, he's a nice guy, steady Eddie. That's why I best enjoy life to the maximum. Jason Vlogs, do you vlog? Have you got a channel? I just picked up on your name there. Jackstar, I'll hold you to that. If you're talking to me about what we just said, you don't have to hold me very hard, mate. I'm well up for it. Since I, don't get me wrong, I like living here and I like that, but whenever I go out now and we have a great time, we all go out as couples, and it's nice to have lads' nights, you know what I mean? And Ellen today, she's gone into town. she's met her friend and she's taken Kayla and they've gone to this Korean restaurant and that, you know. So she has girl things and that. But when my mate Frankie was here, who's coming back soon, we used to have lads nights out. You know, we'd go out as two of us and we'd hit the town and we'd party. And I miss that. So when you come over here, mate, yeah, no, 100%. I'll go sit, go do whatever. And Ellen can have no arguments, don't care if she does. As I say to her, when was the last time I had some lads night, you know, like tomorrow, the barbecue. It'd be fantastic to have a good time, but we're all there as couples. We went out on Saturday. There was a party down at where was it? The Native. It was great. 3 couples sat around the table. Everyone has couples. You know what I mean? But it's nice to be out with lads doing lads things, not, you know, like the girls do. You know what I mean? Like they get their natty. Anyway, you know what I mean. So yeah, you won't have to push me hard for that, mate. Jerry, round tickets, mate. Coming back, Lord willing. I think you've asked someone else that question, but I'm glad you're coming back, Jerry. Dean, how hard is it to open a bank account in the PH if you only have a tourist visa? Well, it depends. You've got to ask yourself why you want one. I've got one, very rarely use it. For me, it was very lucky, very easy. Some people, it's a nightmare. The regulations change all the time and they're interpreted in different ways. But when I opened my bank account, the rule was you needed to have been in the Philippines for 6 months. If you did a 6-month visa, you needed to be in country for 6 months without leaving. I went down to BDO, showed them I'd been here for more than 6 months, ticked all the boxes, got it in there. Put the video up explaining about it. I got people saying, you're talking crap. I've been here 2 years, they won't let you open an account and all. You think, well, look, I'm not talking crap. I'm talking about my experience. So some people will find it no problem at all. As far as I'm aware, when I did it, you just had to be here 6 months. Doesn't mean it hasn't changed, doesn't mean it's a year now, doesn't mean it's 2 months, because it changes all the time. Just because it was easy for me doesn't mean, but just try it, mate, just try it. There's a few banks, but I can't remember them now, but I went into the visa agent, because I used to use a visa agent then, and I said, which is the best bank to open an account with if you're an expat? And they said BDO. They gave me 3. I think one of them was called the Commercial Bank. One of them was BDO. I went to BDO. I thought I'd try them first. They had my bank account, no problem. But I say I only ever use it really for the old contactless. If I like go McDonald's or something like that, or sometimes for shopping. I still go to the ATM and I just draw out 20,000 at a time from my Wise or my Starling. Because you hear such nightmares about when you transfer money over, like money laundering, they can seize your accounts and things, so I don't know. Better vlogs, get a bus at the airport in Manila for 430 pesos, take you there in under 2 hours, journey non-stop, drop off in Small Clark, like 5 minutes away from Walking Street. That sounds good, but trust me, if me and Jackstar are going, we're getting a limo. I've got the Jackstar fund for that. We'll have a limo meet us at the airport. It's good to know it's that easy. But you can, is that flying from Manila? Because I've got my old mate Brent Trippin, his channel. He goes there quite a lot. I have no idea why. But he always flies to Clark. You can fly to Angeles City Clark, can't you? Right, Jackstar and Jason are talking to each other. So I will let that one pass because I've run behind with the old comments here. Jim, always got to have a lads' night. You do, mate. You do. You just do. A month ago, I was out went out to Bahia a couple of months ago, courtesy of Jack, and we met this English guy there, Jimmy. I did it in the vlog, and he's living up in between, halfway between here now. Where we are in Bacolod, and he was saying there he loves living there, but there are no other expats, or very few, and it's just nice just to sit down and chat and have lads things. It wasn't a lads night, but Ellen and his missus were talking and we were talking. Yeah, you do, because there's things we can talk about. You can't really talk to a bird about prostate cancer. Jackstar makes lads night out. Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does. Of course he does. Of course he does. Especially when you meet, I love to talk. Yeah, I'll add you, mate. I'll add you. But be careful of the old. Well, it depends what you're doing it. If you are doing it for fun, then yeah. But if you're doing it as a potential business, you're going to struggle with Walking Street and that because you get completely demonetised. YouTube won't let you do stuff like that, and they'll restrict your videos and things. They're very funny. I mean, I've never tried it myself. There's nothing like that here. But when Brent's gone over to Thailand and when he's done it in Angeles, they've blocked his videos going up, and they won't let him monetise, etc. Not a problem for you in the early days, maybe, because you can't monetise for your first 500 until you reach view now. So maybe it'll be right. I'm just saying. It's not an easy thing to do. It is a difficult thing to do, and that's why a lot of people don't do it. Because otherwise, used to be many moons ago, you get 1,000 million views down on, Walking Street and that. But they've really tightened in Pattaya, but they've really tightened up on it. But I will add you. I'll check it out afterwards. I will look. Gym President agreed, Jack Star. Nicholas Shepherd's Pie, good afternoon from Chigwell. Good afternoon from Chigwell, mate. Oh, I know Chigwell well. I went to school in Butler still. We probably talked about this before. Jack Star's in as well. There you go. You got some subscribers straight away. Okay, yeah. It's cheap, is it? I don't know. I just know my mate. Brent always goes to Cebu and then jumps on a thing to Angeles. Because he can fly from Angeles as well to Bangkok. He's done it. He's flown from Angeles to Bangkok a couple of times. Reckon it's cheaper than Manila. I've never been able to find those flights. Jerry Stanley finally got the damn Gcash to go. Bank account to me only if you need big money quick. Yeah, I don't trust Gcash. I never had more than about 2,000 pesos in there. I use it for my bike and things. Someone was saying the other day you can get a Gcash ATM card and you can use it like a bank. I thought, sod that. Maybe it's my age. I'm happy with the banks I've got. You do that, Brooke. You do that, Jason. You do that, Jackstar. I'll do a live video of the ladies on Walking Street. Tim Murray. It's the symptoms that count, not the PSA. Yeah, no, but the trouble is I have an enlarged prostate, so I know I have. It's been diagnosed. The doctor said to me when he first diagnosed it in the UK, it's funny. I went back and I hadn't met him because I've been in Thailand for a long time. And I said to the local surgery, I need to have a PSA test. And they said, why is that? Why do you think you need that? And I said, because I've been diagnosed with a large prostate, so it's not in your files. I said, yeah, well, I had an ultrasound in Thailand, so it's not been diagnosed in the UK. So then the doctor eventually phones me up. He turned out to be a great doctor. But he said, well, okay, I explained to him. And he said, well, listen, I'll tell you what would be nice, because I've not met you yet. Why don't you pop in one day next week, make an appointment? I'll pop my finger up your bum and we'll take it from there. What a thing to say to someone. Because in Thailand, they don't do that. They do the ultrasound. I mean, I never had to have the finger up the bum in the end. He just did the, he asked me if I'd been to the toilet. I said I had. He said, could you go again? I said, yeah. So I went and he got this scanner, which scanned the amount of fluid in your bladder. And he said, I know enough from that. He said, I can tell by the fact you've still got some left and just been to the toilet. Gives me a rough idea. Anyway, but the reason I'm saying this is I have an enlarged prostate. That's a fact. So the symptoms I've got, like the pain in the abdomen, are from an enlarged prostate, which he said is happens to some people. You can have one the size of a walnut, you can have one the size of an orange. What causes them, no one knows. It's just about dealing with the symptoms. So yeah, I've got the symptoms of an enlarged prostate. It's a given I have an enlarged prostate. I've had 2 ultrasounds that have confirmed it. The question is, will it turn into being cancerous? Which is why I'm supposed to have the PSA test every year to see if it has. And touch wood, it doesn't look like it hasn't. But the point is now, I'm in a lot of pain. Well, not a lot. I'm in pain quite a bit, which is in my abdomen, which is not going to the toilet or whatever. So I might need to have something done about it anyway, so I don't want to carry on like this. But anyway, there you go. Jackstar, come on lads, hit the like, show the love. I don't know what that means. Yeah, hit the like. I've only had 5 likes. Show the love, for God's sake. How many of you are in here and haven't hit the like? Appreciate it, Jack. You're right. I just noticed that. I never really look at the top of the screen. Jason, but I got a few friends do it live in the pub, but you do have to be careful. Yeah, well, yeah, but it depends what you're doing. If you're doing it for fun, you don't. I mean, it's like tonight. I don't monetize my videos anymore when I come to places like this because I don't do it for the money. So I shouldn't have a problem. You know, I can do the music and that, but if you want to make a business out of it, then you've got to be really careful. What time's it now? It's nearly 8 o'clock. We'll have to order something to eat soon. Jason's talking about Cebu straight to Clarkson City. But for me to get the bus, you can take Boy out of the East End, but you can't take the East End out of the Boy. Very true expression. And why would you want to? Nicholas forever blame Bubbles. Oh, mate, yeah. Always an iron, mate. Always an iron. What just fell on me? There were a lot of ococks or cockroaches in this thing. So well, there we go. Jackstar, I'd look at natural cleanses like I said yesterday, or a flush, mate. You know, I'll look into that, mate. I'll look into that. Without a doubt, I've got to start taking my health more seriously. I mean, I've tried to with the snooze. I've stopped smoking, and I know the snooze isn't as good as giving up altogether. But I had a theory that it might be caffeine, because when I drink coffee, it seems to pay me up a bit more. But that might be in my mind because it's the build up of liquid pressing against, you know, in your bladder, that pressing up against the prostate that causes the pain. So is it like the fact I'm drinking coffee, or just the fact I drink a lot of coffee? I thought I'll look into it and I will see what I should be drinking instead of coffee, if anything's better for it. And I went to a couple of health lines, the NHS one, and their advice was to avoid coffee, avoid caffeinated drinks. So that leaves the Diet Coke I like and all that out the window. I think, okay. But then the next advice is do not drink alcohol. I mean, okay, that's a bit of a blow. The next advice is do not drink fruit juices. And all right. The next advice is do not drink dairy products or dairy drinks. So what you're left with? No caffeine, no carbonated, no fruit, no milk. It only leaves you. It leaves you carbonated. It leaves you water. That's it. That's it. I mean, come on. They can't all be. I mean, some must be worse for you than others. But I'm not giving up everything and just drinking water. I don't even like water. But I will look in those natural cleanses. I'm all for stuff like that. You know, yeah. Why not? Jerry Study, yeah, Gcash, just load the phone and internet. That's what I do it for, mate. I don't trust. I'm not having, like, a couple of times when I subscribe to things like Adobe and whatever, they start taking it. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't trust Gcash. Glenn, only 2 of us on the like button. No, we're on 10 now. I tell you what, I asked you chaps to like, and then you like. That's fantastic. Much appreciated. We've got 10 likes. Don't know what it does for the algorithm, but if it brings in a couple of subscribers, I'll be very happy. Jim, me and you, Glenn. Yeah. No, I'm up to 10 likes now, fellas. I've gone from 5 to 10. I have doubled my likes. That is amazing. Jason Vlogs. They say coffee not good for prostate. Yeah, well, I will give up on that. I will cut down that. But they also said the alcohol wasn't good for it, and they said so maybe the coffee. But the trouble is with the coffee, it's the caffeine, and then I can't drink Diet Coke and that. But I thought it would work. So I'm always dubious, because when I was young I suffered from migraines, and I was convinced that it was chocolate that caused it. So I didn't eat chocolate for a number of years. Then I was convinced it was cheese that didn't cause it. I mean, I was told by doctors and things and that. So I avoided a lot of things that I didn't like because of they caused the migraines. I still got the migraines. I think I worked out after years. It was stress. One of the reasons why I stopped working. Now I can eat cheese and chocolate. So it's easy to give up things and restrict your life and it not actually be anything to do with the problem, if you know what I mean. But no, it wouldn't be the end of the world if I gave up Coke and coffee, and if I had a healthy prostate, I could do that. But there's no guarantee. Alcohol would be a problem. Bindabar oat milk. Oh, that sounds fine. Yeah, I could have soya. I could have soya milk, couldn't I? Soya milk. Yeah, it's not that appealing, I'll be honest. 0% Guinness. God, that's a depressing thought, isn't it? What are you drinking, San Miguel or Red Horse? I'm on San Miguel, mate. I don't drink Red Horse when I got the scooter. I won't. What are you drinking, Nicholas? What age did you first start getting prostate problems? Oh, probably about 45. Something like that, I thought. But it's weird, they've come and gone. There was a stage when I was going to the toilet all the time. That's what first prompted me to go to the doctor in the UK. And I couldn't work out why. But it just stopped. Now I don't go to the toilet all night. And I had a stage when I had really bad stomach problems. It was hurting in the abdomen. So I went to, that's when they picked up on the ultrasound in Thailand. But it stopped for a few years. And that's one of the reasons why I was putting off going. Because I've been there and done that. I've had symptoms and I've had problems, but they've passed. And each time I've convinced myself I've got a bit of a tiz, think I've got it, I've got cancer or whatever, and then I've gone, the PSA reading's been okay, you know, so it's like, you know, I have an enlarged prostate, that is the reality. Why, I do not know, but, you know, it's just you've got to be careful that the symptoms haven't, you know, turned into something else. I was about to say, let's stop talking about the prostate because I don't want to bring down the old tone. I want it to be happy, but then again, maybe we should talk about it because it's a common thing and it's people's awareness, you know, so maybe it's a good thing we're talking about it. Joe's saying the same boat, mate. If I had any discomfort, take antibiotics, few days, goes away, urinary tract. Yeah, but it's not I don't have a urinary tract infection. I hear what you're saying, but that's not what it is. It's a prostate. Trust me, it's not. I mean, I could go to the local pharmacy and get a blanket course of antibiotics. But I know what it is. It's my prostate. I've had this for a while now, and I know when it kind of inflames, then I get these pains. So I've been down this route before, but never for this long. It's exactly the same pain as I had in Thailand, and it seems to come and go. And it wasn't your urinary infections there. Tim Murray, naproxen, also known by the brand name Aleve, is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. And as I said, it's the prostate pain and inflammation. Yeah, I'll probably do something like that. The way I spoke to my doctor, I used to like the guy in the UK. Obviously, he was a good doctor. And he said to me, look, you know, we know what the problem is. I can prescribe you the medication, but I'm the same age as you. If it was me, I probably wouldn't take it. I said, I prefer not to. Is it really that much of a problem you go in the toilet a couple of times a night? Because once you go down the medication route, you tend to get stuck on it and then you stay. So it's up to you. I will prescribe you something. What do you want to do? I said, no. Now I know it's okay. I don't mind going to the toilet a couple of times a night, you know, waking up, needing a pee. I say those symptoms passed after a few months. I've not done that since I've been over here. But a lot of that's the heat. You know, you're dehydrated because there's a heat and that. You don't go to the toilet as much here. Ant's message was retracted. Anthony Cullen, giving things up based on doctors is best guess. It's just scientific as randomly guessing yourself, as you don't have to pay if guessing yourself. Yeah, no, you're right, it's pot luck. No one knows what really causes migraines. Hollywood, how are you now, young man? Well, there you go. I like you, Hollywood. I am 53. I had to think about that there for a second. But anyone that calls me young man is instantly in my books. I apologise I've forgotten you, Hollywood, but are you new to the channel? I don't remember you've been on here before. Are prescription drugs expensive in the fields? Also, what's the availability like? I have no idea. I have never got any prescription drugs in the Philippines. Only thing I bought over here is paracetamol. So, and that's not prescription drugs, so I can't tell you. It was a bit like Thailand, though some of the pharmacies are really strict. Some of them will give you anything. But I just know that anecdotally from people I know over here. So I don't know. I don't think they're prohibitively expensive. I think these days most things you can get generic versions of, but I really can't answer that, I'm afraid. Kyle, how many of us are willing to give up that one or two, anything that will help with the actual cure? Yeah, well, it's a loaded question, but yeah, I'd give you would, no one wants to fucking feel uncomfortable. I mean, you would not enjoy your coffee if you knew it was giving you pain in your abdomen. But when you're enjoying your coffee and thinking, well, I could give this up and it might not change, but I'll see what the doctor says. But one of the things that pissed me off about Thailand when you went there, they would blame everything about coffee. Second you went in, it was coffee this, coffee that, coffee this. You know, and one of them said to me once, like, you drink too much coffee. I said, actually, you haven't even asked me how much I drink. It's like, you know, in the UK, it's always cigarettes and alcohol, which is valid, but for some reason they have a hard-on for coffee in Thailand. You know, it's that is the source of all evil. Got to go enjoy your video, mate. Well, I will look up your channel vlog, Jason. I will look that up. I will look that up. Thanks for joining us. Jackson, I know it's good to talk about it, pal, as may help someone else push them to get it sorted. Well, I'm glad you feel that way, mate. I mean, I'm only talking about it because people are asking me, but yeah, hopefully, because it is all about catching it early these days. I mean, someone said the other day in the comments, and it was a bullshit comment. He said that like most people don't go, and then they go at stage 4 and they can't be saved. And I'm thinking, well, that's not true, because 2 in 3 people diagnosed with cancer in the UK survive. So, you know, the way I look at it, the whole point of your body hurting you is to give you a warning to do something about it. You know, your leg, you hurt your ankle, you know, it's telling you don't put weight on your ankle while it, you know, until it's fixed. So, I mean, it's not rocket science. You get pain, you should go to the doctor. Says the guy who put it off for ages. Jason's saying goodbye to Jack Star, which is nice. Is the karaoke in English or Filipino? What karaoke? This isn't karaoke. The live band's going to start again soon, which might bring the live stream to an end. I've been on decaf coffee for almost a year now. Glenn, that's a good idea, I tell you. There's so much with this going on and making the vlogs now. I talk about it. Yeah, decaf coffee. What a sensible idea. Decaf coffee. If I was in the UK, I could go on decaf Diet Coke, but you don't get decaf here. But, you know, you just surprised me because I'm thinking, well, I'll drink a bit more fruit juice and a bit more of this, be a bit healthier. But they're saying don't drink fruit juice. But yeah, decaf coffee is the way forward. And I'm up to 11 likes. Fantastic. Thanks, chaps. Karaoke is usually in English, I think. I've not done a lot of karaoke. Can't answer that one, fella. Sorry. Jerry, I had a PSA of 5, now 1.2. Well done, chap. That is very impressive. How have you done that? Is that through diet or what? Or medication? Next time, you started your journey, so now you need to follow it through. If you're talking to me, Jack, you're 100% right, mate. No arguments there. Yeah, no, yeah. It's, you know, I've gone from, I don't want to know if I've got it. If I'm going to die, I don't want to think about it, to now, well, sorry, I've got it, I'll beat it. Other people are beating it, you know, like, bring it on, you know what I mean? Well, not bring it on, that's the suit, you know what I'm saying? Strange how the way your mind works. But, you know, I'm going to get it done. I just got decided to get an MRI next or a ultrasound. Jason Vlogs. Tarp out, I'll catch you for sure. There we go. Craig, 12 likes now. There you go. Mother, I've made it. I've got 12 likes. Well, Jerry. Right, I'm going to order something to eat now. And a beer before it gets too late. There's a new way I don't quite trust. And then we'll keep going for a while, but then if I have to bail out because of the music being too loud, then it won't be a problem. It's amazing. It's got 7 people working in the bar, and you can't get anyone's attention. Jackstar, 2 right, Simon, perfect attitude that. Thanks, mate. Yeah, that's why I look at it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it is. You know, I tell you, I won't give any names away, but I've had about 15 people message me, and they've all had cancer in the last few years, prostate cancer. Can I get another one of these? And can I get the English breakfast? Cheers, mate. Thanks. The comments have stopped. Eggs scrambled. They're going to come back in a minute and ask how do you want the eggs. Well, now they're getting confused about, I don't know, it's you and his deep in conversation with Lockman. which is unusual. I mean, the microphone's just come off. But I'll tell you when he comes back now. I should get a job here, I know what I'm doing. But there we go. Jackstar, what you doing this week, buddy? You said you have the barbecue. Yeah, barbecue tomorrow, heading up to Darwin. It's usually bowls day, but guy who used to do the quizzes here is back over from wherever he's moved. I don't know where he's moved to. So he's having a barbecue party down in Darwin. So we're going there tomorrow. We've got a quiz on Thursday. Friday, I think we're going to a restaurant called the Moon Cafe. Kayla wants to go there. And the weekend we're going up to, there's an aqua water park up in Valencia's just opened, like they got the aqua slides and that. So quite a busy week, mate. Quite a busy week. Have you got anything planned other than your free meetings, which I'm sure are scattered around the country because they always seem to be? Hollywood, do you fly to Manila or Cebu City? Yeah. I'd like my eggs scrambled. Yeah, and I'd like my baked beans hot, please.
And bacon?
Medium. Thank you very much. For some reason here, when you order cooked breakfast, they do the baked beans cold. I always have to send them back. For the last couple of weeks they've gone there because apparently Filipinos like their baked beans cold. Why? Hollywood, if you're asking me, mate, let me move back a bit. I'll go out here, chaps, get away from the noise. I don't think it's going to make any difference, is it? Is it quieter here? But I'm not very much. Well, if you're talking about do I fly to Manila or Cebu City, if you're asking me, mate, I don't know what you mean, because I mean I don't do much flying. When I came here, I moved from I flew from Manila, but I'm not, I've been to Cebu once. I don't really fly many places. Thanks, Binder, Joey Stanley. I did see that still drink 4 cups, regular coffee, a few drinks too, I don't know. Blackstar sounds good to me. Well, got a date as well, haha. Well, if it sounds good, I'll come back here, fellas. But tell me if there's a problem, because if it's annoying people or we lose the viewers, I'll just finish for the night. Or I'll go somewhere, because I just walked out about 10 metres. And it doesn't seem to make any difference at all to the sound. It's a loud band. Who you got a date with? Who? I'm intrigued. Some young lovely. Is it online or is it, I mean obviously I don't say her name, I wouldn't know who it was, but is this like, are you into the old Tinder? Or do you smooth into a restaurant and say, hello? I'm intrigued what your pulling style is, Jack. Australians do cold baked beans today. Why? Why would anyone have cold baked beans? Very strange behaviour. Unacceptable, frowned upon if you ask me. Hollywood, what baked beans? Cold, wow. Yeah, I know. I don't get it. I think it's just a mistake. I have to cook breakfast here quite a lot, as in like, most weeks I come here, and it's only the last 2 weeks I've always send them back, say look, you just put these beans in the microwave for a little while, and I've been here about like a month of it, 2 months of it, and I said to her, I said, well, how fucking hard can it be? I didn't say that at the start, I'm not rude like that, to eat the beans up. And she said Filipinos like their baked beans cold. So from now on, whenever I order it, I just say, can I have them hot please? So I just thought, anyway, strange. Nicholas, only Heinz, hate generic brands over there. Well, I suppose baked beans are the best. I quite like the Hunts over here. I've got no idea what the baked beans here are, no idea at all. But they're alright. What I like about the cooked breakfast is they've got some quite nice coffee, so like, when I've finished it, I can have a coffee and also you have cold beans with salads, etc. Oh god, I don't like the idea of beans with salads. Bombs do cold pies and warm flat beer, that's worse. I don't think we do flat pies, do we? I do cold pies. I like my pies warm. Flat beer maybe. She's a nurse, seemed rather interesting and into a bit of naughtiness. Well, there you go. Congratulations, well done you. A nurse and a bit of naughtiness. What can be better than that? A French maid maybe? But no, that's nice, mate. A lot of time for nurses. I've dated a few in my time, they are nice people. That's why they're nurses, angels. But well done, mate. Was that online or was that met her out and about? Tell me if I'm shouting unnecessarily. I am shouting because I assume you can't hear me. But maybe I can talk quietly. Just give me a hint, fellas. Hollywood, I'm not seeing any mosquitoes. Are you in Cebu City? No, I'm in Dumaguete. Don't really have mosquitoes over here. Says the man who got dengue once. Very few and far between. Probably because we're so close to the sea. I mean, where we are in Bekong, we get the occasional one in the shower, like in the thing, but you just spray them, they're gone. Not like it is in parts of Thailand. You know, a lot more in Thailand. Jack Star, good banter, so be a laugh. Good stuff. Jack, the uniform alone is good stuff. Isn't it just? Isn't it just? Isn't it just? Well, as soon as you said that, I'm picturing the old matron out the old Carry On films. He said that. I'm trying to picture a beautiful nurse. You know, yeah, but yeah, the old stockings up there, the old. Third date this week. Well, third different woman. Yeah, pal, the internet. Wow. Is it that easy these days? Is it that easy? I'm not saying you are a handsome man. I'm sure your profile's fantastic. What I mean, is it that easy? I mean, I never used internet. I never used it till I came to the Philippines. It was never my thing. I suppose when you get out, I suppose it's the way of the world now. I had a couple of younger guys used to work for me. Good looking, fit young guys. And they were on Tinder all the time. They wanted to show me. Swipe right, swipe left. Didn't appeal to me, but when I got to the Philippines, I started using it. Never looked back. So I suppose if I go there, but it's just a different world, isn't it? You know, I've never done that in the UK. Why not? Yeah. 3 dates in 3 weeks, that's pretty good. That's pretty good going. You'd struggle to get that if you were going to a bar. I imagine. I mean, I'd struggle to get that. Finger bar Glenn, she's a sister, but rocks it. Hattie Jakes, well, yeah, Hattie Jakes, that was the one. What's the name of the guy, the one who was the doctor? Because there's always Hattie Jakes was a nurse, and you had the specialist with a beard. He was like, Law, he had a long name. Nicholas, using Tinder when you're over 40 is hell. Is it? What, in the UK? You've never done it. It's easy over here when you're over 40.
Don't take them for granted. She has a hard time.
Well, I suppose it depends what age you're dating with, innit? I mean, it's I suppose there are sites for older people, but I'm not much into dating people my own age. Maybe a bad man, I do like a younger woman. Glenn, no, it wasn't Peter Ustinov. It was James something. He had a barrel name. He was in all the Carry On films. He had a beard. Oh God, I think his name was Lord. That name anyway, but it's not Peter Ustinov. I know Peter Ustinov, very funny man. Carl's about. I know what James. Was it James? I used to find Terry Thomas very funny as well. Great actor. I know what can get rid of mosquitoes, however, most will not make the effort easy to complain. But we don't have a mosquito problem over here, but when I lived in the mountains in Thailand, we just light up some banana leaves and that. They don't like the smoke. You know, you start a little fire, get a bit of smoke going. The yun, as they call them over there, they don't like it. Don't like it up. Request a band to play Boot, Scoot and Boogie. Good to get the birds up on the dance floor and see if any prospects are about. Mate, there are no birds here. The bar is dead as a dodo. Dead as a dodo. Or it's dead as a donut. Thank you. I've got my condiments now. You guys don't want to see me eating, so I'll probably move to the old bar when the food comes. Binder bar done that. Max Tinder is bad. BOF and Bumble. Reg. Max Tinder is bad. BOF and Bumble. Oh, I now understand. They are different dating sites. I didn't know what BOF and Bumble were. March 2023, first time on Facebook. There you go. I don't really use Facebook anymore. People contact me through it, but I don't. I used to, but I stopped when I had that trouble with that fucking idiot over there. Because, you know, yeah, I just didn't. Because when I put stuff up, people I don't like were commenting, hey, how are you, we miss you and all that. No, you don't. Dean, has a single woman seen in Dumigetti? It's fine. It's easy, yeah. You know, I get in trouble now, make sure it's not behind me. Back in my single days, it's not like it is in some places, so I've heard, in a sense. Women do not throw themselves at you here. They don't, you know, but if you've been here before, they'll approach you, but I don't like that. I like the, you know, the art of I like chatting people up. And when me and Frank used to go out, there's a couple of bars here called, where I'll take Jack when he comes, called the Tiki Bar, and they are they're only Filipinos, very few expats go there. And if you dress up, you look the part, the VIP, they've got a dress code and that, you go in there. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Yeah, you can make it, it's easy. What you got to do is, it's all like the bar. Do you mind if I join you young ladies? They're going to get you a drink or whatever, you just do a dance. It's fantastic, it's easy. Trouble is, a lot of guys come here who aren't that way inclined and don't like talking to women and things. They sit in a coffee shop or whatever, or they sit in a bar and they expect the women to come to you, and it's not like that. And if they did come to you, avoid them, because they're clearly chasing, you know, just... Anyway, yeah, it's easy, yeah. How's the single women, band sounds like a decent band? Yeah, they are a decent band. I've never heard them before. Yeah, they're alright, they're not bad. Guy's Australian, apparently. My beard has arrived. Right, well, it's up to you now, chaps. I'm tempted to knock it on the head and just eat the food. If you've had enough, let me know, but equally, I don't want to disappoint anyone. I mean, if you want to carry on talking, I can eat and talk. What is the general consensus? Because I'm always worried I bore people. You know what I'm like, when I have a beer, I can chat away. I'm waiting for a reply. Converse and interact, yeah, just converse, interact. Think about Filipinos, ties. When I moved up to when I was like travelling around the villages and that there, I'm not talking about a patio and all that, because obviously it's different there, you got freelance and that, of course you get women there. But I'd go to like, you know, I'd go out to like certain bars and nightclubs at the time, you know, in the city, well not nightclubs, bars and that, you know, sit there, the second you walk in, heads are like that. And then women will come over and they'll just talk to you. And it's like, you know, you feel like a celebrity in Thailand. You don't get that in the Philippines, not in my experience. You walk in a place, heads don't turn. But you'll see some young ladies like sitting having a drink or whatever. You know, if you smile at them, you like wink, you know, say that, they're giggling, they love it. But you've got to make the move. Well, I'll keep going then, fellas. If you don't mind me eating while we're talking, I'll keep going. Because to be honest with you, if I stop doing it now and I just like having a meal, there's only two people to talk to at the bar, and I talk to them every bloody day, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, it's I'm happy doing this. Now this is the best barman in the whole of. Don't forget, he's low. He's a great guy. he came to sit down next to me. Now he's got. I'm not going to put the camera back on you, but he is the best. He is the best. He's a good barman. And I said he's the best barman. All the other 5 staff would turn around and say, "Why are you saying that?" But he's a good lad, Lowell. He's going back to. Well, I won't say that because that doesn't sound too good. But we're on 18. If we drop to 15, I will stop. I just want to eat while it's hot, fellas. I mean, that's rude. It's a fine sausage here, but it's not an English sausage. It's an Hungarian sausage. Jackstar, you got to have a bit of game, right? Yeah, you do. You have to have a bit of game. But you don't have to have a great game. You know, Filipino women will laugh at anything. It's not like the UK, you know, where they're going to get bored or whatever. You know, it's like, you know, you've got to keep working on it. I mean, I try and make people laugh when I'm like, talking to women. I make jokes all the time. Yeah, you've got to have a bit of confidence. That's all it is. But you've got to be aware that a lot of the women here, not all of them, but they are, you know, it's like, you know, for the older women here, if you want one night stands, that's it. You can get one, anyway, what am I saying? It's like, you know, they're nice, they're friendly, they like the company, but they tend to be looking for, like, you know, a longer term relationship. It's not as easy to get a one night stand if that's the way inclined as it is in Thailand, for example. But get it, you've got game, you get it. My mate Frank was banging away like there's no tomorrow every night. I had to go clubbing with him. You're so arrogant now. I was just going down to buy, but you know, because I was going home to Willem. But I lost track of the number of times when women would, like, you know, say, "Oh, well, why don't you come back? I can come back to yours," or whatever. I'm like, "No, I'm in a relationship." You know what I mean? You know, I'm not being holy now, but so I'm saying Frankie was doing it, and I could have been doing it if I wanted to. So Jack, you are going to have no problems over here, brother. You know, particularly staying in a nice hotel. Hollywood, enjoy it. I'm going to brew some coffee, mate. You're getting me English going. What nationality are you then, Hollywood? I do like the Hungarian sausage. Said the actress to the bishop. I should have bought some of them. Just occurred to me, I'm sitting there thinking, it's amazing Ella's not turned up. I haven't checked my phone in case she's messaging me. Oh, Hollywood, you answered the question. You're in America, in Texas. I like Texas. I'll take my snooze out. I keep doing that. I keep eating them. You don't know. It's like the trouble with snooze is you forget it's in there. But it's been a godsend. Hollywood, hey pal, welcome. Nice place, Texas. I've been to a few places in Texas. We had my favourite was Dallas. We had 3 nights in Dallas, 4 nights in Dallas when we did on the way down to Key West one time. But I like Dallas. Go back there again. I can't remember where the other places we stayed. We stayed in some like small one-off towns. They weren't great. But I like Dallas. Never been to. Hollywood used to have an English girl, English bird for a bit. One away. An English woman. There you go. Where was she from? Makes a big difference where you're from. It's a good Polish sausage. I used to like the El Cabanos. Before I left the UK, there were a lot of Polish came over, like, you know, EU workers, and a few Polish like little mini supermarkets. They've got some nice sausages. I like some of the stuff I got from them. Yeah, never been to Galveston. Never been to Galveston. I guess there were a lot of nice restaurants, a lot of nice bars in Galveston, in Dallas. Nice hotels. Yeah, never been to Galveston. I'm trying to think where the other place we stayed, because I lived in Vegas for a while. I did a lot of work there before then, so we used to like hire a car and drive for like a week this way and then come back again. And we went to a few places, like it was mainly like California, San Francisco, San Diego, went to New Mexico. Did we go to Austin? London town, well there you go, a good girl. Do you know which part of London? Yeah, many parts. I'm trying to think which German base it was, but when I was in here I just played football. So I played for the RAF police team. And we did a tour of Germany, I can't remember the base now, but they were like, you know, when you were playing the games, there'd be like a barbecue afterwards. And my God, those German sausages are good. I still remember them now. Picture them, it's like bratwurst and bratwurst with the cheese and the currywurst sauce and that. My God, they were amazing. You're a lucky guy to have spent time over there. I only ever went there, like, you know, for refueling or for like football tours and things. But yeah, amazing, those sausages, amazing. I like the old, I like the white one. What's that? Is it Brockford? I think it's Brockwurst I like. I like all of them. The Gulf of Mexico. I think it was a Gulf of Mexico anymore, isn't it? The Gulf of America now. I do quite like seafood, but it's not the there I go again, heavenly, she would say. Well, she must be quite a posh girl then. Vice versa is the white German sausage, is it? All right. Well, there you go. But they're all good. Bratwurst, bratwurst. Can't think of any other names of them now, but there we go. Well, we have dropped down to the 14-point mark, fellas, so I'm going to knock it on the head now. Really appreciate you joining us tonight, chaps. But I don't know what people can hear when I'm shouting. If we don't get up to the 15, I don't know why I'm worried about numbers. I should say for you guys. It might have been Ruger. I honestly can't remember, which is bugging me. We went to 3 bases. We went to, I know we went to Larbert, but I think it was Larbert where we had the sausages. It was Larbert, Gutterslau. I can't remember what the other one was. Royal flounder, something else heavenly, I liked it. Bon appetit, cheers Glenn. There we go. Anyway, appreciate the chat, fellas. Thanks so much. You never know. I might go live after this if Ella doesn't turn up. The band's finished at 9:30. There's no one else in the bar. But listen, I really appreciate you joining us, chaps. I am going to knock you on the head now because I'm struggling to hear, to focus, and to do the thing. But thanks very much for a donation, Jack. Very much appreciated. They always are. Thanks, Kyle. I don't know who's still in the chat. Kyle, Jim, Glenn. I shouldn't say names because you're always going to mix someone out and you're going to forget and then you're going to feel bad. But yeah, thanks, chaps. Catch you next Tuesday. I might have some news on the old prostate then. I don't know because I don't think I'm going to see anyone trouble is, I might see some on Friday. We've got to make the appointment, but I'm kind of tied up with the barbecue tomorrow. Then we've got the quiz on Thursday, but who knows? I might run an ultrasound or something by then. But anyway, thanks people. Really appreciate it. Jack Stark, cheers guys, have a good weekend. Yeah, thanks fellas. Thanks so much. Be lucky. Take care.